Hello there, welcome. Looks like we have a keyboard to build. I don't really have much to share because last time we finished kind of early. I was a little bit in a hurry, but we only managed to get the switches working. I think we also checked them, although I can't remember at this point if we checked them or not. Let's say that we did. So all of this is correct right now, properly wired. So next step, what should we do next? I am kind of looking at the encoder over here. That might be our candidate. Because like all the switches are in. Cool. Okay, what next do we have? Let's take a look on the schematic, if I can call it even. Schematic, which part? Okay, we are doing left side over here. So we have all of this crap done. So now I am looking at this part. Okay, this will be our encoder extension. So this one is not really important right now. So I think we're gonna do this. Okay, good thing is that there's no switch over here. So only the encoder itself. Okay, all of this is done. The diode. Okay, but looking at the schematic, so we finished on B6. So now we should be doing B5, right? Yeah, so this means we have to go with the diode. No way around it. Okay, so let's do diode then. Our new favorite diode, small and compact, and lucky for us with this one we don't have to worry about any kind of resistors. This one is not too sensitive like the big ones before. Maybe I would take out one more because we're gonna be needing it sooner or later. Okay, what was the resistor? I can hardly remember if it was 68. I think we did 68. Okay, this one is 10k. Okay, we're gonna be needing 110k because we have to pull up a collector. Yeah, collector to VCC. Okay, this kind of complicates things because we're gonna be needing VCC at this point. Okay, so let's do first all the 1mm wire over here, these two, and one over here. That one will be for our VCC, and I2C will be here. First one will be clock, then data. Yeah, and we can go from there. Is this even 1mm? What is that? Okay, difficult to tell. Yeah, I think it's 1mm. Because if it was anything point something, that would be visible right here. And since it's 0, then it has to be 1mm, right? Maybe I should straighten it out a little bit. So I think I need 3 pieces, yes, 3 pieces in total. But the bottom one is a little bit shorter. Okay, how about the bottom piece? I can't wait to finally publish Chordie. I think this is the last iteration. So after this, I think what else needs to be changed? Not much really, at least on my end. It would be nice to upstream some of the changes that I did to the engine. I hope the author still maintains it. I guess that will be good enough. Okay, so now let's do the top. That is very, very hot still. Okay, so I think we can move to the diode right now. We have almost everything we need, or technically everything, because we have VCC over here. We're gonna connect ground somewhere over here as well. And one wire will go to B5 over here. And one wire will go to a resistor, which I am supposed to... Okay, over here I have these two places. These two spots are meant for the resistors for the diode. So one will be 10K, the other one will be 68. Okay, let's structure this first. Of course, I don't have to mention that I can't remember which part is what on this diode. I mean, which one is collector, which one is anode, but we can quickly refresh our memory. Where is it? Okay, TPS, that's not it. Okay, I think that's this one. So it's 5000. Oh no, that's not the one. That's the big one. So 1000, is that what I think it is? Yes, perfect. Okay, this one doesn't really tell much. Oh yes, perfect. So looking at it from the front, Yes, something like this. Okay, so I remember that the inner ones are supposed to go to the ground because there's a cathode and emitter. So these two we can connect together, the two center ones. And then we have the outer, right? So looking at it, the one over here, that's the collector. So this one we have to pull up to 1000. And we have to also connect to B5, so that will be like a double wire. And over here, that's the anode. So over here we need to drop 68 ohm. Okay, looking at it right now, it kind of makes me wonder, wouldn't it be a little bit better if we redesign this part, make a proper handle for the resistor over here. Let's take out the 10K first before I mix it up with 68 ohms and forget which one is what. Okay, that's 10K, right. Because I think if we move it over here, we can do like a tiny trick like this. We could just clip it in over here, and we will have the legs coming out from the diode. So that should be easy to solder. No need to do with the wires over here. That would be kind of nice. And over here, only from there, we could just do a wire. Okay, there's enough space. I think we can do that. Oh, of course not now. It's a pity because it's gonna be a little bit outdated if I would like to make a video, but anyways, not important. Yeah, I think it might make more sense. Yeah. Okay, never mind. So I think I'm gonna try to fit this one. So I will put 10K higher. So this will give me maybe kind of like a mental confidence that like the higher value is higher up on here. So here will be 10K. At the bottom we can fit in 68 ohms later. So what I'm gonna be needing, so if this is 10K, we need two wires on one end, because one wire will go straight to the diode, to the collector, and the other one will go to B5. And the other end, so that will be from one end of the resistor, and the other end will need to go to VCC. So that's why I have a opening right here, so I can route it from here all the way to the bottom. So one more thing that I would like to keep doing is to use the proper wiring. So if this is VCC, I think I will just use a red wire. So later on, if I need to do something, I will at least know that's the power. Okay, let's do them together. Okay, so that is one end. So this end will go all the way to VCC. Okay, it makes me wonder. Okay, I'm gonna do it properly. So one more piece of wire. That looks kind of dark. Okay, should be better right now. Okay, so I can clip this part as well. It fits quite nicely. I like it. I remember one of the first prototypes, everything was loose, very difficult to maintain. Okay, so the return channel, if I can call it, is over here. Okay. There's like a tunnel over here, so I think I can go like this. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on the side for now. Okay, so we can take care of these. I think it's about time to fit in the diode. So it has to go in like this. I think I can bend like this. Bend legs, and on the inner side there are tiny holes for the legs. It might take a few tries to get them inside properly, but eventually we should be able to do that. I need to be gentle trying to push it inside. I think I'm maybe not broke, but kind of damaged previously on the edge. Okay, maybe something softer if I happen to have anything. How about this part? Okay, not so much. Okay, screwdriver. And I also add a little bit of a slope on this side to make it easier to push in the diode. Looks like that wasn't enough. Okay, let's do it the hard way. Okay. Let's just all agree that it doesn't look that bad. Just a tiny piece fell off. I hope it works. Okay, it looks a little bit jaded. You can see all the scratches. So I think I will have to go back and redesign this part. So maybe before I forget all of this, maybe I should just write it down somewhere. Okay, I used to have some kind of a piece of note just to be able to write down everything. All right, to do. What do we have on our to-do list? Chordie. Okay, so what was I talking about? The resistors, right? So resistors, close to IR. And what was next? Okay, so fix IR all. Let's do like this for easy. Okay, for easy insert, right. Okay, so we have it sticking out over here. Okay, if I remember correctly, this one is a collector, right? Facing on the right side. And the legs are here. So the upper one. So this means this one is our collector. A good thing is that I already have a functional Chordie. So once we are done with this part, we can check it out. I don't have to wait to build the center part, or maybe the right side, just to be able to check anything. Hey, Cards Creations. It's going good, thank you. How about you? How's your Monday? And yeah, I know, no Monday is good. Hasn't happened yet. Oh, okay, lucky you. Okay, so this one is our collector. I hope that's the collector. We're gonna find out later once you plug it in. And if there is smoke, then that wasn't the collector. That was something else. Although, if I mess it up, then we would put like 10K on the anode, which, okay, it won't kill it. We won't get any output from infrared. Okay, so you mean you're just starting Monday. What time is it where you are? Holy shit, why are you awake? Go to sleep, have some rest. Yeah, I feel you. I have something similar. I will wake up early. But that might be due to coffee abuse. So I can't sleep. Too much coffee during the day. And then I wake up early just to have some more coffee. Okay, so now I'm gonna wire the other one to B5. Okay, and this part goes to VCC over here. Well, I kind of messed up because I could have like connect both of these because like this part would be VCC for both. So okay, a bit of a misunderstanding. I could have like do both resistors over here, and that would be okay. Okay, now it's too late. Let me think about it. So we need one more 68. What's that? Okay, that is 1 point. And that is what? Nobody knows. It looks kind of familiar. This might be 68 maybe, or maybe 330. Okay, there is no mention of what it is. Oh, thank you so much. No, I don't think I've changed much. I had to change magnifying glass because the previous one was making a buzzing noise in my microphone. So yeah, I guess only that. Okay, so what's that? Okay. Okay, yes, I was right. This one is 330. So maybe I should do some kind of a... No, there's nothing on it. Oh, kind of strange, I think. There was some mention. Okay. Hard DC, what's that? Okay, 330. Okay, so that brings us to the question, where is 68? Okay, I have it here. It's been so long since I used it. But drawer stores, perfect. Let's grab 68. Fall off. Okay, so that should be 10K. Oh, looks I have more 10K resistors. What a mess! Like every part is somewhere else, and like 10K here, 10K there, everywhere. Okay, this was supposed to be 68, but maybe I should check just to be sure if it's really 68 ohm. Yes, perfect. Of course, if you want, you can check my video on YouTube. You can see my keyboards in action. This one is wire stripper. Yeah, I do. I mean, I wouldn't call it a video because it kind of, the quality is rather poor. That was my, I think, first attempt at making something. And yes, the intention is to make more videos, but like, I think I need to get a little bit better at it. I spent half of the day trying to synchronize two videos in DaVinci. So obviously not the best. But I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Oh, it's the same name as my Twitch, and I think my channel is also linked to Twitch. Maybe you can find it in bio. Or maybe I can drop the link in chat, although I am not quite sure if it's gonna work like that, but who knows, who knows. I need to find it first. Okay, I think I got it. There you go. Oh, so you are even faster than I am. Good. Okay, so this is 68 ohm, and this one is meant to go over here to the bottom, which is supposed to be our anode, right? For infrared. Let me see how this pans out. Nice fit, not moving at all. Okay, so let's move it over here. It's kind of like a typing game mixed with like survival, so you have to type fast to destroy those objects that are coming at you. Very nice to like practice typing, and that's a bit more fun than, for example, monkey type. And I like the music. backplate wear. Yes, there's like a bottom plate. Picked up one randomly, so yeah, something like this. It will cover the bottom. I still don't like attaching wires to diodes and this kind of stuff. Kind of annoying. Maybe I can do it without wrapping it around. Maybe I can just solder. Assuming I can do that without burning half of the keyboard. Okay, that worked. It's a nasty blob, but we like nasty blobs over here. I think I'll have to do something with gamma or whatever, because like if I crank up the light, it's a little bit too bright, and if I crank it down, I can't really see. Yeah, so the blob is there. Should be good. So we are left with this one, these two wires, okay, and the VCC over here. So okay, this one we can do as well. I think I can wrap them together. Just need to cut properly. Yeah, I guess all that is left is to wire it to VCC over here. And one more thing, we have to connect VCC to something, and we have a empty VCC over here. So I think I'm gonna route it from here. Question is, what wire should I use? I think I should use the red wire, right? If I want to be consistent. Okay, when I think about it right now, makes me wonder if wouldn't it be better to just have these floating, so not to put them in first, just to have them on the side. So once we are like routing wires, we can just take the first wire, it will be easier to wrap it around and just solder in, and then like wrap all the other wires, because like right now it's a little bit difficult to wrap it around. Anyways, it's okay. So one more from the diode. Okay. Okay, now when I look at it, because I've made a tunnel over here, one here and one here. So this one was meant to connect to here, but I think I was also thinking about moving these through here as well. It's for an that's why I have this divider. I keep forgetting stuff like this. So then I wouldn't have to deal with those wires like in the center over here. Okay, now it's too late. I have to remember that it's meant for that. I'm most probably I will forget anyway. Let's see if we're gonna be building one more, and then I can use that. It's a pity I didn't use it now. I hope this will hold. Why is it so dark over here? I have no idea. Guess I will leave it like that. Okay, so it would seem that we have infrared done. Okay, I still need to do the ground. That should be easy. Maybe. Okay, so for the ground we stick to the black wires. Let's try to bend them together somehow. Okay, this looks promising. Maybe I can solder them together and then we can attach wire. I'm gonna do one end first, connect over here, and then depending like how far we will go, I think I'll hook it up over here. We have a ground. No point going, for example, all the way to here. I think on this one should be okay. I will try to do the same like with the diode without wrapping it around. I will just try to attach directly. Hopefully it will work. I think it's a bit too long. Still haven't found like a good technique how to attach to like through hole elements, how to attach wire without losing your sanity. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, looks like it fits. Alrighty, so straight through here. Okay, so diode is done. So next one, looking at the schematic, so we just finished this one, B5 over here. So I think we should now focus on the encoder, right? B3, B4. Yeah, that should do it. Someone followed, because I don't think I saw that. Oh, you mean new piece alert, this part? It's the encoder. This one? Okay, so encoder is a different beast. So we have to start with clipping these. Could use a refresher what pin was what over here. Okay, let's see. So looking at it from the front like this, we have com, B and A. Okay, kind of easy to remember, like combo. Okay. So this will be our ground, the first one. Then we have B, which will be before. And then we have A, which will be our pin B3 over here. Okay, these are freshly off the printer. Okay, so this is our roller. And this is our bearing. And this one goes over here. I just need to press it in. Like this. Then we have a metal shaft. Oh, this one is kind of loose. Sometimes they are very tight over here that you can't really push it in. You have to press it against the desk to go in, but this one is okay. We need some wires over here. Okay, we have to connect the wires from the bottom, from the back, because it will go in like this. This is how we have to push it in, so that's why the wires have to be sticking on the outside. So this one is gonna be flipped, right? So this one will be our common ground, so this one will be black, before will be blue, and this one will be, I don't know yet, whatever color I can grab. Okay, so we have, well, actually this one is purple. So black for the common, purple for the pin B, and orange for pin A. Is that like a good hold? Okay, just came off. Somehow this wire doesn't want to solder in. Very odd. Okay, now I got it. There's no way it's gonna release now. Okay, perfect. There you go. Nice. Yeah, this one turned out quite okay. I love this. And so cheap compared to the one that you can get from AliExpress. Okay, how do you want it? I think I want it like this, yeah. perfect fit, cheap. What else can you ask for? Okay, so what I said, B4 and B3, right? So the purple one goes to B4, so the orange, we're gonna wire up to B3. And the black one, we have ground over here straight away, so we don't have to go far. So maybe let's start with the ground. I always like to leave it a little bit longer over here, those wires, because sometimes you might want to, for example, take it out, maybe rotate it or whatever. So having a little bit of wire left makes absolutely sense, and it doesn't really interfere with anything. There's plenty of space over here, we can fit the wire, so that's not an issue. Let's do it maybe like this long. And also having a little bit longer wire makes it easier to strip it later on once it sits in the keyboard. So that's another plus. Yeah, it's now it kind of bothers me that maybe I can move this wire through here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I don't like it like this. I'm gonna move this wire for the infrared. At least I will try to route it through here, because that was the purpose of this whole canal, and there will be less mess over here because it's getting crowded already, and later on I'm gonna add I2C, so that's gonna be like complete jungle. And even these now coming from the top, it's gonna make it even worse. I had such a nice soldering over here, such a nice blob, and now I have to remove it. I am not happy about that. And now it's harder to route it because I have it stripped, so it's kind of not really doesn't really want to go through here. Or maybe I can push it somehow. Just look at it. So much better, like going through here. And one more, we still have to move this one. I think that's the anode, or maybe not, whatever. We still have to move it. And of course ground is getting in the way. How else? Okay, this one doesn't look too good. I'm gonna try to trim it a little bit. Oh, difficult to maneuver. Almost got it, almost. Maybe finer tip. Okay, got it. Come on, go through here. Okay, should be smooth sailing from here because there's only one wire, so there should be enough space. There you go. Oh, come on, come out. There you are. Perfect. And it's too short. No way. No way. It's not gonna reach. Oh, damn it. Look at it. It's just like 1 cm too short to reach. Okay, what can we do about that? How about we maybe extend it? I don't want to redo the whole thing because I'll have to remove this. I have to remove this whole resistor together with both the wires. Actually, all three of them, because this one goes to VCC, because I can't solder anything else to it because I already cut the resistor pin, so the whole thing is kind of like done. But fear not, we can do something about it. Maybe. Okay, maybe we can try with this 1mm wire. I will try to push it through here and make it like stick out over here a little bit, and then we can try soldering this wire to here, and maybe this will work. Okay, maybe this will work. Not too happy about it, but okay, not that bad, not that bad. Okay, now all I have to do is to try to solder this one to here, and we are done. We are a little bit close to the switch, but hey. Okay, it's not that bad. I was expecting it to be worse, but we have quite a good fit. Let's just check if it... Okay, maybe not such a good fit, it just came off. Awesome. Okay, how about now? Second take. Okay, this time it fits and sits and holds. Okay, so now just go back with the ground. There's also a separate opening for the ground right here, which I didn't use before. Yeah, sometimes it happens on this channel that some things sometimes work, sometimes. Now I am happy. So we have all this wiring to infrared going through here, which is what I intended before. Perfect. So now we can route this one, which is encoder, we can route to here. And yeah, the next step, I think we can proceed with I2C. Then we can put the mini jack over here. And I think we will be kind of done. Then we can move to the extension part. Kind of went fast. Okay, on this side we don't have these diodes over here, but we do need to put 332 resistors for I2C, so I have to remember about that. And other than that, yeah, kind of going smooth. Makes me wonder what did I miss, because like stuff usually, if something goes smooth, then it's bad, then something is wrong. Okay, let's start with the purple. To be 4. Okay, I don't like it like that because it sits on the ground wire. Maybe I can use this one, like on the outer side, or like this. Yeah, much better. let's get the ground on top of that, like so. Okay, let's route this one as well. It's getting kind of crowded on this one over here. So we have like the wires coming for infrared, we have ground, we have encoder coming from the top. So this place is kind of crowded, and before we used to have resistors over here as well. That was a total mess. And now they're over here, so it's a little bit cleaner. Yeah, as I said before, I'm gonna grab this wire and just pull it back a little, so there's like more of it over here. So it might come handy at some point, even if I have to do something. It's good to have some more wiggle room. If I would like to, for example, desolder something over here and this wire is too tight, then it will be bad. Yeah, it's so much cleaner without those power wires coming for the infrared. At least for now. Wait until we connect I2C. Okay, so I think most of the stuff on here is done. So next step, I guess we can do I2C. Okay, maybe because this is left side, right? So let me think about it so we don't mess it up again. We can do... So mini jack will be over here. Maybe I should take it out. Okay, so the jack will be here, and from the jack we have to hook up like most of the things. So we have to go VCC, we have to hit the ground. We can do it over here, that will be easy. And from here we need to go through resistors, so we need two resistors, 330 over here. From here then we need to connect, okay, to here, and then I guess we'll go to the bus over here, and then from the bus we can connect to this thing. It makes me wonder. We because we need those resistors to be in line for I2C. So we can go from here, and I can always do double wire, so one will go to here and one will go to here, and then from here, well, okay, wait a second, this is left side. Okay, well, I still have to, because if it was just the left side and for example we would be going on here just for a mechanical encoder, for example, then we don't really have to wire I2C, because that will be just wired straight to I2C expander. So it will be like A and B and a switch as well, so everything goes here. But yes, I want to leave it flexible, and definitely I will probably be doing magnetic encoder on this side, so I have to route I2C. Okay, so how to make it properly? Okay, so from here to resistor and a double wire. Okay, I think I'm gonna do it like this. So to I2C and over here to the bus, SCL to the bus. Okay, I guess that's how I'm gonna approach it. Alright, so we need two. Well, I hope that will be enough, because we've been having quite a lot of issues with I2C, and probably this is caused by the wire, like that is connecting the halves, or just the distance is too great. So yeah, I spent quite some time trying to fix it. So it turned out all I need to do is to add like 330 resistors, and it kind of helped. So I'm hoping it will be okay with this build as well. Like the previous keyboards, they all work with that trick, if I can call it like that. Okay, so let's prepare the wires. Okay, so how I would like to do it. So from here, for example, SDA, I will take one wire, connect to the mini jack, then one end will go to the resistor, and then from the resistor on the other side, I will have double wire. Okay, does it make sense? No, not really. It has to be double wire, but has to be something like this. So we'll go straight to I2C and then to the bus on top. Because if I do it like this, does it matter? Well, no, not so much, because like this one will be still before, so that should work either way. Like I'm a bit confused, and I really wouldn't want to redo. Okay, let's do it like this. We're gonna learn the hard way if it works or not. Someone's been texting me. Okay, so one wire from here to the resistor. So okay, let's cut two pieces equal. How long does it have to be? Well, at least like something like this. Okay, and the other end, let's do it like this. And that's maybe too much. Let's see. Okay, it's better to cut too long wire than having to make everything from scratch, because it's shorter by 1 cm, for example, just like we had with the diode. Okay, so we have something like this. So this side, one will go to I2C expander, the other one will go to the top where we have like this 1mm wire, and this one will go to the mini jack. At least that is the plan. Okay, let's do the other part, which is the clock. Okay, let's chop this off. Okay, how does it look like once we put them inside? Well, I have to admit that was a good idea to make like a holders like this. I like it when they are so like tight, they don't move around at all. They don't get in the way. So it was a good design choice. Okay, so these two go to here, and over here we just need to connect one to the bottom, one to the top, and that will be it. Okay, this one is a little bit moving, but yeah, they don't come out that easily. Okay, so we have clock over here. Okay, clock over here, so that's the green one. And next to it is SDA, that will be the white one, which is the data, however you call it. And yeah, and then the bottom one over here will be green as well, top will be white. And then we can route everything to this. Alrighty. the one on top, I usually try to make a hook, something like this. Then it's easier to attach it to the wire. Otherwise it's gonna be like moving around, and once you try to solder something else to the wire, it might come off. And if it's a hook like this, it tends to hold a little bit better. It's still not ideal. I would love to figure out like a different solution, how to have these connections over here without like getting annoyed. But yeah, I guess for now that's the best what we can do. Yeah, looking at it right now, it kind of gets me worried, because usually when I route it, for example, when I route the white one to the top, so this one is a little bit exposed over here. It's not that much maybe of an issue. Maybe we can do something about, there's not much space over here to make some kind of a tunnel or anything like that, and it's gonna be probably only causing more problems than helping us. So I guess we have to stick with it, right, like that. It's kind of bothering me. Okay, so I guess on this side we have everything done. We have data and clock coming from here through the 330 resistors. One end goes to I2C expander, where we have SDA, SCL, and the other end goes to the top, where we have like, it's gonna be like a bus for all the I2C devices. For example, if you have a magnetic encoder on the left side, so we're gonna hook it up to this side as well. So that's for the left side, and for the right side there will be more stuff over there. So like every device that requires I2C, for example, maybe a trackpad like Azotec, I think this one, no, Azotec, I think it's SPI, but circuit trackpad works on I2C, or does it? Or maybe not. Anyways, something needs I2C on this side, so fear not, definitely we're gonna need it. Right, so what's next? Next we can do the mini jack, connect the ground, connect VCC, also we have to route it to here. And I think that will be the moment where we can try it, because like the extension on this side is not really necessary to make it work, I guess. Depending on what firmware is there, but I think the current firmware that I have is for a normal encoder, which is mechanical one, so it shouldn't cause any issues. Because if we, for example, if you had a magnetic one, then the MCU might be trying to reach that encoder, and it might cause some delays, maybe. With I2C, you never know. Sometimes there are issues, sometimes there are no issues when there is I2C device missing on the bus. Okay, so yeah, let's do it. Let's go with this. Yeah, I think I've made yet another mistake. I was thinking about starting from this because then I could easily wrap it around maybe. And now I have to just deal with it like the normal way. Okay, it should be fine either way. Let's try it. I can't have it too easy. There has to be something wrong. Okay, if I remember correctly, first one over here, that was our SDA. Then we had the clock. The last one was VCC, and over here, the one that is sticking out, that will be our ground. Hey guys, let me know which extension do you want on this side. So on the left, we can choose only from like encoders. So we can have either mechanical encoder or we can have a magnetic one. So let me know which one should we apply to the left side. Yes, we have normal encoder, which is mechanical, or we can do magnetic encoder. All of them we had like tested before. I would lean more towards the magnetic one. It's very nice. I like it. Okay, so these two are done. So what next? Ground and VCC. For VCC, oh, I have a wire over here even, and it should be long enough. Perfect. So chords, are we gonna do magnetic encoder? Okay, magnetic then. And the ground. Of course, this all assuming that once we connect this stuff, it's gonna actually work, because there is a slight chance that it might not work, and then we're gonna spend another hour trying to debug what happened, that it doesn't work. But fingers crossed. It would be funny if it turned out that the socket doesn't fit. I did try, but on the other side, I think I tried on the right side. Oh, it fits. I just needed a little bit more love. Looking good. Okay, extra wire, always welcome, over here. Okay, and now this one. Okay, so the ground we can stick it over here. And VCC, not much choice, we have to go all the way. I wonder if I can fit through here one more wire, that would be interesting. Let's give it a shot. Okay, I made it through here. We have two bosses to vanquish. This one is first, but I made it through already. So that one wasn't that bad, but over here might get difficult. Well, we are technically there. I don't really have to go through here. I can just route it like this and connect straight away. But yeah, let's see if I can fit it in over here. Okay, yeah, I made it. Nice. Great. Look at it. Perfect. Well, I think it's maximum capacity right now. I don't think there is any more space. Okay, let's make a tiny cut. How long do we want it? Like this, maybe? Okay. Yet another hook. I hope this one will work as well. I have to admit, I am very happy with how it looks. Oh, I know it's maybe not the best still, but like, it's kind of nicely organized. Now when I look at it, that was a good choice. I am very pleased with the result. Okay, one last thing. And ground over here, we don't need it to be too long. How about like this? Okay guys, I think this one is ready. At least it would seem so. So we have ground, we have VCC, we have I2C everywhere. Yeah, it would seem like everything's okay. Okay, let's give it a shot. I hope the stream won't go dark after I plug it in. Okay, quick vacuuming. Okay, so this one goes here. I'm gonna disconnect my keyboard like this. Okay. Is it gonna work or is it not gonna work? What are your guesses, guys? Let me know before I fire it up. I'm guessing it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Has to be. And just in case this is the last time I'm seeing you, I will be back on Wednesday, right? Okay. There we go. Forgot one thing, but let's see. Okay, moment of truth, because if this one works... Oh my god, it works, no way. Holy shit. Okay, our trusty site. What's that? Okay, we have A over here. R, S, T. This one I'm not gonna touch because it's gonna change the desktop and probably mess up the stream. Okay, because it's the left one. I have a virtual desktop left and right. So if I click the other one, it's gonna move to the right. So I'm not gonna do that. But looks like this one works because there was output. And these three should be our mouse keys. So this one is the right one. Let's do it like this. And if I actually, this one should be the middle one. If I click it like this, yeah, closed. Okay, I see the middle click, the left one works. Okay, holy shit, it works, no way. That is something we haven't seen on this channel. Alright, how about scroll? Scroll also works, perfect. Okay, it doesn't get better than that. Something is going crazy over here. Okay. Okay, I can call it great success. It's kind of clean even. Holy shit, this looks so good. I think this is the first time I'm kind of happy with it. Yeah, it's very nice, very nice. And even better when everything works. Okay, so chords creations demanded magnetic encoder. Alright. Can't say no now. So what we're gonna be needing? We're gonna be needing a bearing like this. Let me find the mount and all this stuff. Okay, I think this is the... I hope it's printed correctly. This should be for our encoders. This part right here. Yeah, yes, correct. Because this one, as you can see, this one has an opening for MCU. So this one is meant for the right side, and on the right side we have only pointing devices. So yeah, so that's the... So this should be correct one. There you go, I found the mount for this bearing. Okay, there might be a little bit of a problem. I think I got both parts because we have two magnetic encoders to choose from. And I think we will be going with AS5600 because I heard voices that it's cheaper, and it is really cheaper. So I'm gonna use that, but I'm not quite sure at this point which bottom is what. Yeah, I have two where the PCB should fit. Okay, found the knob. And this is an opening for the magnet. Okay, do I need anything else? Ah yes, so I should have, on the bottom, I should have two more pieces. One piece will be for, we're gonna have a tiny switch that we can use. That will go under the bearing, so we have like a properly functioning encoder with a switch, so like a full equivalent of the mechanical ones, because the mechanical one, they usually, I mean, there are two versions, of course. One is with the switch, another one is without the switch, but I wanted to have one with the switch, so I have a magnetic equivalent of mechanical one. Okay, I found the holder for the switch, but yeah, we need one more thing. It looks like I have missed one part, and this one part is the holder. Okay, I need to double check. Where are we? Because looks like I have a holder for the switch, but I can't see the holder for the PCB where the magnetic encoder is. And if I missed it, that would kind of suck, but it's a tiny part, so definitely I will be able to print it even before. What a mess. Okay, encoders over here, and inside encoders I wanted what? I wanted magnetic. Okay, that's the PCB, that's the mount. So maybe this part is somewhere on the bottom bottom plate encoders over here. Magnetic, AS. Okay, over here, holders. Let me see. Okay, so that's the switch. So this one we actually have. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Blurry. And do I have the PCB holder? Ah, no, I have it. Okay, so this one looks like a bit different. I thought that's the one that will hold the MCU, but no. Okay, so I have it somewhere. I just saw it. There you go. I knew I saw it somewhere. Okay, so what we are missing? The main course, which is the magnetic encoder. Okay, I found one like this, and I think I'm gonna use it. It looks a little bit abused, but should be functioning. Let's see which one is the correct bottom. Okay, not this one probably. I think this one. Yes, perfect. Okay, this looks kind of easy. We have SCL, SDA, VCC and ground. Okay, bearing goes over here. Oh no, holy shit, it broke down. And that is odd. What happened? Looks like it I think I know what happened. I think I had a filament run out, and I completely missed the notification about it, and everything was like sitting for quite some time. So probably this is it. No problem. This one shouldn't take long to print. Okay, I guess that's the one. Let's hide everything. Well, technically I don't have to even do that. I can go straight to Bamboo and just find it somewhere in the mess that I made just recently when I export all of the parts. Okay, where is it? It should be... over here. It's good to name your things properly. Okay, off you go to the printer. Okay, we have visuals, perfect. It makes me wonder if I have a spare somewhere. Oh well, I don't. Of course I don't have a spare. Why would I? That would be different channel if I had one. Okay, fear not, we still have to hook this one up, so there's plenty of time. No need to rush with anything. Okay, one more thing. Let's see if this even fits. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, so this is how it's gonna look like. Yeah, it almost looks like it was one part. I think that was a good choice as well to have this split. So yeah, we can just, do whatever we want, and to move the jack over here. It's a good solution. It's a pity it took us like 100 streams to figure everything out. But okay, at least we got there. Okay, so we're gonna be needing ground. So ground we can probably go to the bottom. Then VCC. Okay, VCC I think I will also go through here. Not quite sure if I can fit over here. Yeah, that might be a problem. Okay, anyways. If I go through here, yeah, that might be also not that good. Okay, we see how it goes. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to route it through here. Ground is not a problem, and then we will have to do I2C, but this one will be easy because we can go through here, and that should be perfect. Okay, what is happening with the printer? Okay, it's doing something. Okay, VCC and ground done. Looks like there's a little bit of mess from the resin. Oh, it did fit, no way. I managed to squeeze it through. Perfect. If I can get it through here as well, that will be even better. Well, surprise, surprise, look at it. It went through, no way. How is the print going? It looks like it's okay. Okay, so far it's looking good. And the best part about it is that I don't really have to worry about routing wires through here. Okay, looks like the print is finished. Perfect, right on time. Because I will just put it on top and it's done. Okay, almost there, almost there. One last wire left, that's the clock. Well, I really don't like wiring like that with those hooks. They keep desoldering, even though it's a hook, it doesn't really hold that well. It's kind of annoying. Okay, is that it? Like, feels kind of too fast. But yeah, there is still an issue, or maybe not an issue, but we still have to find a switch. And I had it somewhere, of course, just like everything else, it just vanished. But no problem, I have hundreds of them. Okay, this one gonna be a little bit more fun because it's kind of tiny, and I have to solder wire to these tiny terminals over here. And Yeah, almost forgot. Where should I wire it? Let's see. Okay, so the switch over here, if I get it correctly, should be B0. Yeah, looks like on the left side we have fully utilized all of the I2C expanders. I mean, we are still left with A4 and A5, which are not used. Well, I'm gonna keep them like that. Okay, so the switch will go to B0. It's more difficult to solder the wire to it than solder it to the I2C because it's a switch, so we need just, on one end we need ground, that could be anywhere. We can even take ground from the magnetic encoder, which I should have done actually, because I should have done like a double wire, but that's fine. And the other side goes to B0, simple. What can go wrong? It's so tiny that probably you can't even see it on the stream. Okay, one end is done. How was it supposed to be wired in the first place? I think it goes like this. Can't believe it. Managed to get it first try. Okay, let me pick up the mount from the printer. I hope this one won't break when I squeeze it in. Okay, so far so good. Okay, let's take this one and let's add magnet. I don't want to break it because printing this one takes a little bit longer. Okay, managed to get it inside. Okay, so this should go like this, but we can do it later. Okay, what next? What next? I guess we should wire this fella. Okay, so over here we have to hook it up to B0. If I can only find this. You see, so that was a good choice to move all of these to the bottom. Otherwise everything will be clamping over here. Okay, so B0 is over here, first one. And of course I need ground, so I'm gonna grab it from here as well, from the bottom. Okay, is that it? I don't know. I kind of like feels very weird this time around. Everything fits. That's very suspicious. But we still have a chance to break something because this one is not fully done yet. We still have to reprogram. And this is the first time that I am assembling this type of extension. So before it was all one piece, so there was no way to change it easily. And now we can just swap it however we want. Why is it so bright? Okay. I haven't checked the infrared yet. Yeah, but I think in order to assemble this one, I will have to attach the bottom part. Screws, because I didn't prepare any, and we're gonna be needing some. I think 2 should be enough. Okay, so what we have over here, this one is a holder for the switch, so we can put it inside later. And this one is meant to hold the PCB, so it goes like this. And I'm gonna be needing M2 screws, I think 2 of them. Not quite sure about the length. Well, let's say 5 millimeters will do. Okay, I'm gonna be needing 2 more because I need these 2 right on this side, so I think it will also be 5 millimeters. Although it might happen that might be a little bit too long and the switch won't go in. We're gonna find out very, very soon. I think they're sticking out a little. Okay, I guess I will need to go with 3 millimeters. I don't want them to push out the switch. Okay, all we need to do now is to hide the wire somehow. Okay, that should be enough because we can fit in this maybe already. Okay, this looks very promising. I'm really surprised that it kind of holds together. And wasn't that difficult to attach it, and like no wires got in the way. So there's like plenty of space on this end. On this one maybe a little bit less. Yeah, but it still fit in, no problem. And maybe I should consider soldering from the bottom, because the bearing will be over here, but it's not really touching, so maybe that's not a problem. Okay, so let's get this one over here. Okay, this one has also M2. Okay, so here comes the magnet. Switch works. I don't know if you will be able to hear. Perfect. Also, I just realized that this also helps with trying to remove it, because before I had to always like rip it off and break the knob, but now the whole piece comes up, which is perfect for us. We don't have to worry about anything. Unless I break it when I will be pushing it in. That is also an option. Highly probable. There you go. Holy shit, that is so smooth. If it works, that's gonna be even better. Yeah, it beats the mechanical one. It's so good. Okay, let's see. I think it requires some kind of a change in firmware. because I've been operating on the... Okay, that's gonna be a problem, but okay, I'm gonna do it either way. Okay, let me think about, because I have this keyboard right here, so if I change it, I'm gonna lose... I hope it won't kill it. I will be still able to use it. If not, I have another keyboard. I will just hook it up. Okay, let's take a look on the firmware, which we should also... Okay. So we don't want this one. Okay. We want this one. Well, is it gonna be this easy? Just changing this? Okay, we have AS, we have trackball. Okay, that should be it. Okay, let's upload. Okay, let's try compiling it and see what happens. It's goddamn studio. I don't want an update. Okay, where did it go? Over here. Let's do it like this. What do we have here? Okay, Chordie. And we have an error. Of course we have an error. What does it want? Data and the first use. That is very interesting. Okay, I think it's missing something over here. What wasn't complaining about? Line 2000. Okay, 2116. Oh, that is odd. Why would it go this far? Two one one. Okay, right, over here. Okay, I must have missed something. Okay, that's data over here. Okay, what was it supposed to be? What was supposed to be the size of this thing? Okay, we are reading status. I'm guessing it should be 8-bit, but I might be wrong. Okay, let's take a look, like, what's the size of this? Okay, 8-bit. I guess it's 8-bit. Okay, would that work? Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Okay, compiled. Okay, maybe I can get away with just the mouse. And maybe, okay. So let's do it like this. I'm always anxious doing any kind of firmware uploading to the keyboard that I'm actually using on the stream. Okay, just sent it. Okay. Okay, I can see there's an error on it. Okay, but it still works. There's an error over here that it can't read AS, which is fine. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see. Okay, we have sides hooked up. Okay, what happens now? I don't see an error and I also don't see a keyboard working. Okay, it leaves. Let's do it like this. Okay, what about this scroll? I can see it is reading something. If you take a look over here. So if I move it around, I am getting a readout, but I am not getting a scroll. Okay, something is broken. Because it is not scrolling, but at least it works. Yeah, no scroll on this one. Okay, this one does scroll. Okay, let's put the keycaps on and let's take a look like what is happening. I'm very surprised that it works. Obviously there is some there's a bug when I'm reading magnetic encoder. It shouldn't take maybe too much time to fix. Well, I also haven't checked if infrared is working. I'm so happy about the build. It might happen that it's dead, and what then? Okay, does it work? Okay, so I can see there is a movement. I mean, it can read direction, but the movement is 0. And this is my first time on the Kyle Red Pro, so these are 35 grams. I wanted to check how does this keyboard gonna feel with switches that are not like super light, because usually I would just swap it to some like 20 grams or something like that, but those 20 grams are impossible to find right now. So I wanted to check if it's usable with just like off-the-shelf switches. So sadly I have only 1/2 yet, but like looking at it with just one hand, so far so good. Okay, so what is the problem over here? Looks like we are reading stuff. Okay, so something is off with the reading. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, distance, previous. Okay, I might have to take margin. Okay, this margin over here looks a little bit off to me. Yeah, it's kind of fancy. Something is off. Okay, so over here we have this data correct, because over here we are reading it, we are reading the angle from it, so it says, yeah, so that would be like 2 times 8, but the registers I think it's 12, but that is not a problem, and the angle over here is what, I think it's okay, 16, so that is okay. I'm getting very odd readings from the angle because like it's 3000, then it's like 700. I shouldn't be jumping like that. Okay, I wanted to check, since we are here already, I wanted to check. Okay, infrared works, perfect. So I guess I can call it a happy build. Just this magnet. I think I'm gonna look at it after the stream because I'm not quite sure what is happening right now. And the funny thing is that we have MT, which is working okay. Okay, over here already reading the angle. Okay, so that's our angle right here. Okay, the issue might be, okay, maybe it's like, I think I should move it from here. Oh, okay, let's do it like this. So let's remove. Okay, I would like to print angle over here. That will be 1. Oh, okay, that was stupid. Of course it was stupid. We don't have to do it like this. We can just print over here, right? Without having it into different places at the same time. Okay. Like this. Okay, that should do it. So I should be able to check like what is the angle. And the first thing I already noticed. So I changed this key to the big one, and I don't like it because now it's getting in the way of this encoder. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna swap it back to what we had originally, which was just 1U. But there are 2 ways around it. We can either use 1U, or we can just, okay, I don't even know yet if maybe I should also lift the encoder up, because like maybe it is a little bit too low. Maybe it should be actually sticking out a little bit above the switches, because yeah, it will come out in use. Okay, let's get this thing fixed first. Well, I'm happy that it doesn't break without the proper hardware, because okay, no, actually both work. So even though we had a mechanical encoder, it was still able to function. I was thinking that maybe I2C will go high wire when there is something wrong with it, but it works. Okay, so this is our, yeah, right, okay, I messed up a little. Okay, so I think I got the margin for the angle, because look how sensitive it is, but it's like reading every gentle step, so it's not really jumping around. So yeah, I got this one wrong. And yeah, actually it's, I think it makes sense, because I left it to check. There was a note right here to check. So for AS, okay, max distance, I don't know what this one is used for, but I think I have to do this one. Maybe we can do it to 5. And let's see, what is this max distance? Okay, definitely we need to change this. So we need this change to be bigger than than the margin. So okay, we have it. Okay, movement. And what do we have here? I don't see a use for this one anywhere. What was this max distance? Yeah, looks like it is being used. Ah, okay, over here, max distance. Okay, anyways, let's flash it. Okay, and it stopped working. How cool is that? Okay, it's back. Let's see. Okay, finally it works. Perfect. Okay, let's scroll something. What can we scroll? Maybe this one. Holy shit, that is so good. My god. Magnetic encoders, like the best thing. Perfect. Wow. So I guess the stream was kind of successful today. Not only the keyboard worked at first try, nothing was broken. I kind of even enjoyed assembling it, which hardly ever happens when I'm doing hand wiring. So that's a plus. Encoder works. It's smooth AF. Well, I guess that's good. I think. Now it can even explode. It's done. It's done. It worked. You saw it that it worked. So yeah, now it can die. All right, perfect. Guys, thank you very much for joining. I see you all on Wednesday. We still have the right side to build, which will be definitely a bit more work because we have a lot of stuff over there. We have diodes, like the LEDs, we have like resistors and all this crap. It's gonna be a lot of hand wiring. Okay, by then, have plenty of rest, chords, get some sleep finally, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.